What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I am Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew and Kenny. Today, we have got another versus, and it is a vampire versus.
Oh, yeah.
We've been wanting to talk some vampires for a while together, right?
Yes.
And in person.
Yep.
Lost Boys versus Near Dark. We've been talking about doing this one for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yep. Just quick rundown before we get started. Lost Boys and Near Dark both came out in 1987. So just one more reason to put it in this versus. Lost Boys being July and Near Dark is actually October, a release date. Lost Boys had an $8.5 million budget with a $32.2 million gain, or I should say box office total, not a gain. Directed by Joel Schumacher, who went on to direct Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Wah, wah, wah.
Especially on the Batman and Robin stuff. I will make excuses. I can make a case for Batman Forever.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I can too.
Near Dark, baby. Near Dark. I could Kenny's soul like he got turned on right there. Like every time I do that, baby. I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it in the soul. He loves Seal. $5 million budget for Near Dark, only a $3.3 million box office.
I believe the De Laurentiis group was going under at this point, so there was probably no promotion for this at all.
And then directed by Catherine Bigelow.
Miss X James Cameron.
Yeah, okay. Yep. All right. Deuce's aunt, you said?
He was the Deuce's aunt.
Deuce's aunt.
James Cameron was the one who actually told her to use some of the Aliens cast in this thing, and look what happened.
Look what happened. Yeah, definitely a lot of James Cameron alum in this movie, which I don't mind.
No.
I love all that. I love the whole cast. Let's get into some vampire talk. First category is story. Second category is going to be setting. Then acting, action, and best vampires. That's going to be our categories today to determine which one will take the win. We're going to start off with story, just like always. And Andrew, just like always, is going to take this.
Okay. And I really don't know what I'm going with as I talk this out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, we did it for the Adam Sandler one too. We're just going off the cuff here.
Yep.
We are deciding as we go.
We are free balling.
Yep. Free balling. All right, let's do it.
She's a good girl. So basically, the stories of these things in Lost Boys, you have Kenny would know these better than me, but in Lost Boys, you have this new family that moves to town, and they find out that there's more going on in the town than meets the eye, and the older brother ends up getting in with this vampire crew, and
all the damn vampires.
Yeah, chaos ensues. In Near Dark, you have this young boy by the name of Caleb who meets this girl one night, and she ends up turning him into a vampire, and he gets inducted into her wacky vampire family of all ex-Aliens cast. And
all the Jimmy Cameron group.
Yeah, and it's kind of a vampire western.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's kind of a neo-western vampire movie.
Mm-hmm. Like it.
Yeah, I'm really not sure which way I want to go on this one because I like them both. I think because it's so different, I'm probably don't attack me, Kenny, but I think I'm probably going to go Near Dark on this one. Just because of the Western vibe and the cowboy thing that's going on through it.
Yeah, there was good atmosphere. There was good cinematography in it. It was a good story. I liked it a lot. I like both of them were similar in a way of of a young strapping male.
Yeah,
being
inducted
being thrusted into the vampire life.
Indoctrinated. And
the thing is though too. Lost Boys, it was straight up vampires. Near Dark, they never mention the term vampires.
Never saw fangs.
There's no fangs, no undead, no vampires, no Nosferatu, no indication. It was just the sunlight was a problem, obviously, for them, like a vampire would, and they drank blood, and they were killers, and they no inhibitions. Like there's things that obviously they were vampires, but they never once really said they were vampires. It was almost like a virus or something different. And that was another interesting element to it as well, because they had that blood transfusion.
Yeah,
Caleb's dad was they lived on a ranch.
Tim Thomerson.
Damn it, McNulty. He lived on a ranch. He tended to his own livestock. He was, and was a doctor to his own livestock, right? Or was he just a vet? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he was kind of a vet, but didn't like horses.
Kind of both, yeah. So he basically does a blood transfusion on Caleb and heals him.
Yeah,
and he
it's
does.
wild.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, he does the same thing to the woman too at the end.
Yeah.
So there was a cure for this one. The Lost Boys cure was just that traditional vampire trope. You kill the headmaster vampire and everything's okay in the world again. So you say Near Dark?
I'm going Near Dark.
You're going Lost Boys because I know you. I know your body. I know.
Your body's a wonderland.
Hey, I know you. I know that I know you.
I know that you know that I know you. White Goodman. Or is that White Goodman? That's White Goodman.
That's White Goodman.
Yeah. I'm the tiebreaker here.
Which one do you like better?
I just watched Near Dark for the first time. We did a Warehouse Bee on it, and I really, really, really liked it. But
I liked it as well.
But it's hard to go. Andrew likes to be different. That's fine. It is good. I have to go with Lost Boys. I do.
Yeah.
It's just so classic, and you got the Frog Brothers,
Edgar and Allan.
Poe Frog.
I'll pray.
We're the Frog Brothers.
That I don't have to call you.
If only Corey Feldman would have stayed in that lane.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Instead of dancing around like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And Corey Haim wouldn't have went down the shitter.
Yeah, no. Corey Michael Jackson Feldman. Moving on to setting. What's the town? What's the town in? Is it Clarita? Santa Clarita?
Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita. All the damn vampires.
Yeah. Which was actually filmed in, was it Santa Cruz?
Maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got it up right here.
Because I'm pretty sure that
Santa Carla.
Santa Carla.
Let me look. I'll look at the.
And it was filmed in Santa Cruz. It's Santa Carla in Lost Boys.
Santa Clara or Santa Carla? What did I say?
Let me call up Anthony Kiedis and find out where it was shot in.
Santa Carla.
Anthony Kiedis says California.
California.
And it was shot in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, you're right. You are very correct.
Yeah.
Most of the film was shot in Santa Cruz, California, starting on June 2nd, 1986,
on the boardwalk,
June 23rd.
Which was a real thing.
Yeah.
21 days of filming. Isn't what Halloween shot in 21 days?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I think so.
That's getting after it.
That's fucking
on it.
That
is getting after it and producing fine product.
Yeah.
Yes. Setting. You got Santa Cruz. You got the desert of something. Is it Texas? Where were they at?
I believe it was probably Texas.
I think it's West Texas.
I feel like it's West Texas. I do like both settings. This is the hard one. I love that neo Western style. I like that because it reminds me so much of John Carpenter's vampires.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel bad because I dig that.
From Dusk Till Dawn has that kind of same feeling.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going Lost Boys because that whole boardwalk thing with the carnival rides, man.
Yes.
Give
that to me.
Those helicopter shots where they come in. Those are
you had the beach.
Yeah,
that's the beach. I love the beach.
As much as I love Near Dark, I'm gonna have to go Lost Boys on this one as well.
You got the caves, you got the cliffs, you got the train tracks and the bridge.
I like the house they're in with the taxidermist grandpa with just all the dead animals.
I seen a picture of that on Facebook not too long ago. Somebody had went there and taken a picture of what that house looks like now.
Yeah.
And it's all fenced up. Like a big 10-foot chain link fence all the way around it. Like I don't believe anybody lives there. But,
what a shame.
And I feel bad because the setting in Near Dark is awesome.
It's one of its strong points, yeah.
The isolation.
Yes.
The bar out in the middle of nowhere.
It's all about that atmosphere. Yeah. God, I love that scene, man.
Yeah.
And when they played George Strait's
In the bar.
the
Cowboy rides away.
as that guy was running out, it was just like, I don't know, it just tops off. Such a great scene.
That's good.
Such a good damn scene. Oh well, Lost Boys takes that one too. Let's go acting. Or Near Dark, man. Near Dark has a good cast.
It does, and it's got a cast of lovable people that we cherish.
And really, there was not bad acting in it.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't poorly acted at all. Neither one of them were going to win any Oscars for acting.
I'll say this. I'll take the love interests in Near Dark over the love interests in Lost Boys.
Star.
Yeah.
Star.
I mean,
Star.
Michael.
So here's the thing. Jamie Gertz.
Yep.
Super hot.
Yeah, there. Not hot in Twisters.
Well, that's the
Ironically,
haircut. It's a haircut in Twister.
we got
she's in Twisters with Paxton, who was in
Near Dark. Yeah.
So Jamie Gertz hot. Just the Twister haircut's what throws it off.
Yeah. It was twisted.
It was twisted, man. Twisted. I agree with you though. The little short blonde haired. Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot.
May.
Yeah.
She's good.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, May. You want to get married? Run away. Little Goo Goo Doll action, which was also on the soundtrack of Twister. So you can just really connect everything.
Yeah. You can.
Just connect everything.
So, somehow they're all related to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Absolutely. Love interest, you were saying.
Yeah. I think of the two, I prefer the love interest in Near Dark. I don't know if I'm going that way just yet. Let's talk this one out. Because the supporting cast on both sides.
I like the supporting cast better in Near Dark.
You thinking so? With Bill Paxton.
You got Lance Henderson, you have Bill Paxton's crazy as shit. What's the name? What's the chick from?
Her name's Diamondback.
Diamondback.
Goldstein. Jeanette Goldstein.
Yeah. Janelle. Terminator 2. Tim Thomerson.
Yeah.
In Lost Boys, you got Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, and I know that's a big deal to people who might have been, 10 in 1987. But
yeah, the mom and the boyfriend who turns out to be, the spoilers,
Max.
Yeah, they're kind of goofy to me.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things,
Max.
I love the grandpa in that movie. He is fantastic.
Yeah, dude, the guy who plays Michael, love him.
Jason Patrick.
Yep. Yes, thank you. Love him. Kiefer Sutherland. Love
Yes.
him. Dude, Kiefer
All
Sutherland.
time.
Dude, Kiefer Sutherland's one of the greatest ever.
And he pulled that off.
Yeah.
He David off so
Dude,
well.
David
he
was
did.
the best.
With
For
the spiked blonde mullet,
yes.
trench coat,
Yeah.
scarf.
Perfect.
Like, how are you not sweating to death? Well, for one, you're a vampire, you don't sweat.
I mean, you got the saxophone guy too in there.
Oh yeah.
Tim Capella.
Tim Capella, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
I still believe. Yes.
I mean, he wasn't really acting.
Yeah.
That's life for him. He wasn't acting. Oh, how could you go wrong with Kiefer? See, you think that Kiefer would just win by default, but I think the overall band of vampires from Near Dark are better.
I
like them better than I do David's.
What
goons.
category are we on right now?
Acting.
I like, was it Severin?
Severin, yes. Finger
like-
looking good.
I like Bill Paxton's vampire.
Yeah.
I did too a lot.
His character, like that, like I really dug that.
Yeah.
That bar scene, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
The way he toys with people, and you know what's going to happen when you're watching it.
Give me some of your best
But-
watered down.
It's, they're all going to die.
Yeah.
But they don't know that.
And
that was awesome.
Yeah.
it was an overall, like Lost Boys was gorier. It wasn't gory, but it was bloodier. Until that scene, like that Near Dark was pretty mild until that scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was a good scene because she leaned over. That waitress leaned over and she just reached over and cut her throat.
Yeah.
And drained it into the cups.
And honestly, in Lost Boys, their victims, you never seen any blood.
Well,
from their
only that beach scene because that was that one scene they ripped that scalp off.
Yeah, that
was nasty.
Yes, you had that, but other than that, like when they snatched the cop, and then they snatched the punk rocker and his weird girlfriend out of the car.
Yeah, there wasn't anything.
No, there's nothing.
No, the roughest scene was the beach scene.
Yeah, and then
there's a lot
of course,
blood.
when they sneak in there and stake Marco.
Yes. Yes.
That was, it was just a bloodbath.
Yeah. Them killing the vampires themselves. It was nasty. But yeah. But I think it was so much more brutal and more intimate in that bar scene.
It was.
It was pretty rough.
Oh, I agree with
It was
that.
like you were watching like a cross between a vampire movie and like a natural born killers movie.
You feel bad for the people in that bar.
Oh, for sure.
Because like
I didn't feel bad for I didn't feel bad for the punks on the beach.
No.
That got slaughtered.
Because they were a bunch of punk asses.
Exactly. Yeah. They're punks.
I'm going near dark in this one.
I
think it's just slightly better.
Yeah.
I think it. Yeah.
I do too.
That's a sweep there on that one.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel better because I really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
And I felt like I wasn't able to give it.
It's due because of your bias.
Yeah, because Lost Boys is just
it's good.
So badass.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people might have a problem with that acting category, not being Lost Boys, but I mean, yeah, the band of vampires. I think is better. I think you have to go. Let's go to action.
What do you got?
I'm gonna have to go near dark, and the only reason I say there's a lot of great action in Lost Boys, but it's really not until the fight at the end. There's a little bit.
There's a little bit of a bike chase.
Yep.
There,
which was awesome.
Yeah.
In Lost Boys.
In Lost Boys,
yep.
Yeah. It was all right. Obviously, them going into the cave and killing what's his name, and
Marco,
and then the fight at the end at the house, and then in the Grand Place.
And what's that guy's name? Because he plays in Bill and Ted with Keanu.
Oh, Alex Winter.
Alex Winter.
Yeah. But dude, you have not just the bar scene, but you have that whole shootout at those bungalow things.
Yeah, with the light coming through the walls.
The light coming through all the way to the end of them, all the way to the end of Lance Henriksen and Diamondback.
Yeah. Bursting into.
Yeah. I like the action a little bit better. That shootout was wild.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, it's very Wild West.
Yeah.
Gosh damn.
Yeah, I think we've tied this up going into the last.
How in the hell did that happen? This is what happens when you do
Dude,
it.
I was thinking Near Dark's gonna to be bad.
This is what happens when you free ball.
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen. All day today, I knew I had Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Locked down. Now we're tied.
Yeah, and this last category could go either way too. I think
it could just with the accepted fact that we never really called them vampires, but that's what we're going to call them.
Yeah,
obviously, we just got done hyping up those vampires like crazy in Near Dark.
They're definitely non-traditional.
They're non-traditional. I liked the vampires in there as far as their acting, the characters themselves, how gruesome they were, how they kind of meshed together. I thought that was all great. You're going to get that out of people who have worked together. You're going to get that out of these are Cameron's people. They're all good and they've all worked together and they're good in their own right anyway. So I have to commend them for that. That was easy for acting, but when I think about vampires, as much as I like the Near Dark vampires, Lost Boys have more traditional vampires for me, and I like traditional in that sense. We're talking just vampires, not actors here, right? So the master vampire, even though Max was dorky, he was a good head, like he is a master vampire, and he was kind of in the shadow. You know, he was. You almost would have never really guessed it was him.
No,
not right away, anyway.
No, and then at the end he says his rebellious boys.
Yeah.
And then that takes you back to when they would even mess with him.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like towards the beginning and middle, you would
they were a little bit of trouble for him.
Yeah. Right.
It's a good front.
It was a good front. Absolutely. The look of them overall were good, just 80s classic vampires, but with a little bit of 80s spin. The hair and shit.
Just cool.
Just cool.
Even when they turn and they become vampires with the faces, I like that 80s charm too.
I do too. Yeah. I do too. And
then the yellow yellow eyes. Yeah. And, I mean that's kind of
And then we've already talked about David. Michael was cool looking. I think it was a vampire too.
Yes.
He started to turn. Do you guys want to pick first, or you want me to? I'm going to go ahead and I'll just go ahead. I got Lost Boys.
I'm going Lost.
I have to go Lost Boys just because they're more traditional. They've got that 80s charm, and I can separate that versus the actors and the acting itself.
I'm glad you guys went first because I probably would have went Near Dark just by a smidge, but it doesn't matter now. So,
right.
So yeah, I'm good either way.
I think the rightful movie won because it's just an overall better movie, better done movie. Although Near Dark's got a very good charm to it.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah. But the only thing similar really is the vampire, and then the vampire thing, and the two characters becoming.
And the vampire western thing really lends itself to that story too.
Yes,
I love it.
And I think it's so easy for us to love Near Dark because it's very John Carpenter-esque.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah.
It's it's like a John Carpenter movie made by somebody else with James Cameron characters, like actors. It's interesting.
Yeah, and me and Brandon covered that on Warehouse B. I think we gave it like a 4.5 out of 5.
I don't remember, but it's high.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. So be sure and check that video out.
Definitely watch Near Dark.
Yes.
And if for some reason you haven't seen Lost Boys, I know what you're doing. Yourself.
Why'd you click on the thing?
Right.
Dude, Lost Boys is one of the most iconic 80s movies ever.
Oh, I'm glad we did this one because it had been probably 20 plus years since I'd seen Near Dark.
Yeah.
And I had fun with it. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, Lost Boys takes the win, rightfully so, but both are very, very good. And I'm actually really glad that by the end, talking it out, that Near Dark kind of came back and was closer. Because at first I'm like, oh shit, this is going to take a big sweep, and that's not going to be good. It doesn't deserve that.
No,
it already got shit on enough in the 80s.
Yeah, it didn't deserve to get pistol whipped.
No, not really. Anything else you want to add?
No. I think they're both very good, and of course we're releasing this in October, so perfect time to watch the vampire movies if you need to watch both of these.
Yeah, absolutely. Add them to your spooky movie list. So that about does it there. We have anything else we want to talk about?
We've not really talked about it. Me and you on our Slumber Party Massacre review talked about maybe wanting to do Friday the 13th Part 3 versus Slumber Party Massacre for Best Slasher of 82.
Okay.
Do you want to? We'll probably put it out the same month. You want to do that?
We might do that.
Yeah.
We might do that.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
We've not done a slasher versus I guess we did a 3-way like back in the spring, but
yeah, well it's time for October. Let's do
Yeah.
that. Okay, yep, absolutely. Let's do that.
Not that kind of 3-way either.
baby.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think of these two movies, and be sure to like and subscribe for all future content. Thank you so much for watching.
Until next time,
we're out of here.
And my heart is singing like a setting sun, setting on the things I wish I'd done. Oh, the last goodbye's the hardest one to say. And this is where the cow